Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Well, this video is going to be a build up from my last video that I posted last week, so better go check out that first because it's about starting something from scratch and the difficulties that one has and how to overcome those hurdles to actually finally start something. And this video is going to be about once you have started, how to stay consistent in doing the things that you do. So sit tight and enjoy. Well, in the last video, the things that I shared about starting something from scratch, there were tips from other people online which I scourged for you guys and shared because they were really fun and helpful. But this video, I'm going to share the things that have worked for me to stay consistent in the past. And why I would like to share this now is because in the past, a lot of times I have proved to myself that I can be a consistent person in whatever things that I pick up. I am not a quitter, I would say. So I'm kind of, yeah, as you can see, proud to share the things that have worked for me. So why not share with you guys? Maybe it could be helpful. And honestly, these are not tips, but kind of branches out from a certain mindset that I have developed over the years. So here you go, the things that I do to stay consistent. I will start with the best one, and I think this is the most important and really the mindset to get into is that fixing your why. You need to know what you are picking up, whatever activities that you engage in. If I'm not sure of why I am doing certain things, then it will be very difficult for me in the long run to keep doing it every day. Just ask yourself questions about how much you want it, why you want it, and what will happen if it is not there in your future. That will kind of make you fear about not acting in the moment and not working towards it. To know your purpose, to really, you hear about the big words like find your passion, but you really find your passion by asking yourself why are you interested in that thing? What is the kind of like a future idea of what you want that thing to be for you, a vision for yourself. If you don't get a solid answer of why you want to stick to that thing for a long term, then better not do it. It won't matter after a point and you will eventually stop doing so. Always ask and find your why. Be obsessed with that question, I would say. And that has really helped me to do things for the long run. Now, the second thing that I'm going to share really complements the mindset that I just spoke of. A lot of times I've gotten this question from my friends or colleagues that how am I finding the time to take up so many projects? Because everybody thinks that we are all busy. So, like, how am I adding on stuff to my to do list? But it's really very simple. I have found an answer to it, and that is because I try to keep everything that I do in my life related, like work related, everything that I do in my work related to each other. And it's quite simple than it sounds. It's also because I have kind of figured out what I want from my life in terms of career, and I try to just work towards it, try out different things that may or may not work, but I just do it. And that helps me to stay consistent because I know everything is leading me to one particular thing. So I need to try my options. So it's very easy in that way to stay consistent because you are not really deviating and then you lose interest in something and you stop doing. But it's just that I have developed this mindset that if I don't do or try out a certain path, I will never know. So since it's all related, it's easier to stay consistent. Third one, scheduling stuff in your calendar really, really helps. Very important. Every time I think of something to do, I just put it on my Google Calendar. And honestly, like earlier, I used to just make a note of it in my notepad or even in my WhatsApp chat, personal chat. But even if you do that, put things on your calendar, it really helps you to visualize your day, how it looks like, what are the things that you need to do. And even if you can't tackle everything in one day, it's okay. You can still move it to the next day, but you will still be able to see it in your calendar. Very important. Try this. It really helps you stay organized and brings a lot of mental peace. Building on what I just said, it's very important to also know when to call it a day. For example, if you are not able to complete a certain task, don't beat yourself up to it. Like, you can always do it the next day. You should know when to take a pause and like when to stop doing something. If you're tired, that's completely okay. All your reasons are valid as long as you are still doing the things regularly. And you set your pace. Like, regularly doesn't have to mean every day. You choose what's regular to you. You're allowed to take rest, pauses, just not do it for the time that you have planned it. Planning it doesn't mean that it can't change. Plans are made to be changed. In this time, breaking down things into small tasks really help again. And this is something that also helps for people who want to start something, which I mentioned in my last video. Ultimately, it's an ongoing process. So, like, just take a chill pill. The key is that you have to know that doing one fourth, half the things, or even just a little bit of the stuff that you have planned to complete is okay. Like, as long as you started, you can always move it to the next day. Make sure to not move it somewhere ahead, read like beyond 2 days. Don't like keep stacking things up. But there's no race. You just have to understand. So do it at your own pace. And even if you started a little bit of that something, it counts. Whatever you have scheduled, you don't have to complete it right then and there. The next one, I have heard this from other people, but I've not really done it myself. But I think it could be useful. You should be able to talk to friends who are also trying to complete certain tasks so that you have a community to motivate you. So that's one of also the reasons I'm trying to build a creator community where I have people who I can be accountable with in the creative journey, in the process of content creation. So yeah, that is still an ongoing thing for me, but I think talking to friends who are also working on something will give you ideas on how to stay more consistent and you won't feel all overwhelmed and alone in this journey. Okay, so the last one and my favorite is that don't do the same tasks every day. You might have a bunch of stuff to do, but don't do everything every day. Schedule stuff, and this is where the Google Calendar scheduling or wherever you want to schedule comes handy, is that just switch things up, change it up. Like, you don't have to do the same tasks every day and say that, oh, I have been consistent every day to do certain things. You can always have days for so and so. Like, for example, one day for editing for me, one day for scripting, one day for filming. And so that I feel like there is a progress in every domain of the things that I am doing. You should like nurture all of it, one by one, not all at once. Then it'll become much easier to stay focused, be more interested in the thing that you're doing, and just not burn yourself out basically by doing all the things every day. Like, that is not being consistent. Set your own regularity, set your pace. Now you better get going and do the stuff. Act like you are supposed to do something, or else something is at stake. Produce that kind of a good fear in you, I would say, which is exactly what I mentioned at the start with the mindset that what will happen if you don't have that thing that you're working for right now in the future? Will it matter if you lose it? If you say, yes, it matters if I lose it, then you have to work right now for it. And you will automatically be consistent, honestly. Like, there is no magic, like, there's no hack. Like, the magic is just in realizing this, basically. Stop overthinking. Start just doing, taking small steps every day towards the thing that you want to achieve. And that's how you build momentum and not get stuck on perfection. Show up. It really counts, and it's not just a nice quote to say, but it really acts out well for you if you follow it. What, if you know what I mean? Like, stop perfection paralysis. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere. You'll be happy at the end of the day doing something instead of like just sitting and overthinking and doing nothing. Trust me. Been there, done that, still doing it, and I highly recommend it. So good luck on that, and tell me how it's going and what are the things that you do to stay consistent. I would love to add some more to my list of tips. Also, I would love to know if any of these hacks work for you or you have tried these before. I tried my best to share what has helped me, and I really hope the best for you. So get going, you got this.